Man, my tires are dirty from testing the track. Oh, I left it plugged in. Crap, can't do that. Okay. That's gonna go there. Where's my phone? Here's my phone. Hopefully, should be going. Hopefully. Oh, there we are. Yay. Sorry for the extreme lateness of tonight's After Hours. We are going to give this car its kind of last stand, so I'm going to change the motor out to a 13.5 brushless motor, and I'm going to change the battery strap to the J Concepts cargo net style, because we're going to be using this car in the enduro on Saturday, and I want to be able to change out the battery quickly, right? So that's what we're doing tonight. That's what we're doing. Change out my battery. Again, sorry for the late start, but had a lot of stuff I needed to grab, and got to stay on top of the track watering now that we put in a new layout, because if I don't, of course, it'll kind of get away from us, and we have to make sure that the track is going to be good for us for a while. So, going to be buying a new battery tomorrow to add to the list of batteries we got. We're going to have two 4900s, a 6100, and then a 5400. And I'm going to have my charger working overtime to stay on top of the batteries. Should be really good. Screws. I think that's everything. I always feel bad whenever when I like throw these away, because I feel like I should use them for something, but I never really know what to use them for. I wonder if I can put my rubber bands back in these. I don't know. I probably never do. So there you go. I just threw it away. So first thing is we're gonna put this cargo net style battery capture in this car. The new layout is pretty fun. I drove Nick Sneathen and Connor Hausch's car today on the track, and of course I drove this just to make sure everything worked as I was building it. So it is pretty fun. It feels bigger for some reason, and maybe it's just because we're using all of the dirt oval for now, but it definitely feels a lot different than before. So the dirt oval is super smooth. I hope those guys are happy. So that's pretty cool. Look at how, yes, it's on. I need to use it. Look at how there's little like flames put into the battery tray. That's pretty cool. I might get my e-buggy down tonight just to look it over. I'm going to take it with me to the track, and probably drive it, race it tomorrow. I don't know, something like that. We'll see how busy the store is tomorrow. If it's not very busy, I might be able to get in all the qualifiers. If it's busy, then obviously I'll have to wait. So again, I'm gonna be. I kind of decided for the enduro that I'm just gonna use this car, 1,000 laps, and it's gonna wear this car out, but that's okay. This car's been really good to me, and I trust it. So that's kind of what I'm hoping, is that it just ends up being good. I don't know. Lance Murray says he had to buy a 4S battery, and that wasn't fun. Yeah, 4S batteries kind of suck. You know, Gen's Ace has some pretty affordable ones, so does Common Sense, if you're not really worried about the C rating, but us racers, we like the higher C rated, higher quality batteries, so kind of got to get what you pay for, unfortunately. I have one Reedy battery for my car, and hopefully that'll be all I need. Hopefully I don't screw it up somehow.
I figure it should be more decomposed.
Well, you put them in salt. So back in the day, like when you back in like the 14, 15, 1600s, you know,
Yeah.
they would salt their meat. So they put their meat in a bucket of salt, like a giant barrel of salt, and it would sustain the meat without it going bad. And that's basically what you've done to your gar. Yeah. Emerson's got a gar head. He decided to keep a gar. He's going to mount it, I guess.
Well, you're
somehow.
Supposed to kill him anyways.
And so he's had a gar head in a bag of salt for the last 2.5 weeks. You know, whatever. All right. So it's still not going to be the fastest in the world, but let's see. Oh yeah, look at that. That goes in there. And then I almost feel like the wires need to be redone, which we're going to have the opportunity to do here in a minute. So that goes like that. That goes like that. Oh, that's going to be a problem because this is in the way. We're going to have to reconfigure my car a little bit so everything's free if we want to be fast. Does it stink?
Kinda. It's not bad.
Kind of.
It's not bad.
He said kind of. All right, so we're going to have to reposition my receiver.
First I changed the bag and it didn't stink as bad.
So that we can get my fingers up in there. There we go. That'll work. Look at that. Nice and tidy. Look at that guy. So, come in for battery change, take the body off. We're going to have to reach with the tabs, but we're going to have to... I put it on backwards. We're going to have to switch this around here. So,
who's on our team?
This has tabs on it, on the sides. That's what we're going to have to use for the fingers here. To be honest with you, I don't know who's the third guy on our team. It was Will, but he's going to go camping. So, now we're not going to... Now I need to get a last-minute replacement. So... And I want to win this year. Like, last year, we didn't really...
Our team name should be...
Alright, hopefully that doesn't break during the race, so...
What about...
So there you go.
What about Logan?
Logan's got his own team.
Oh.
Yep. Okay, next we're going to change out the motor. I'm going to be using a 13.5 in this car. I was thinking about just leaving my 6.5 in there and turning down the throttle, but this is my race motor, and I don't necessarily want to use my race motor for what's hopefully going to be 1,000 laps straight. So we're going to take it off and try something else. Chris Harrison here. What did I miss? He didn't miss much. Just starting to get this car ready for our enduro on Saturday. We do a 1,000 lap enduro every couple years, and ours is Saturday. Man, I hope I didn't strip that. I'm going to be really upset if I strip that. What the heck? Why is it so hot in here?
Probably because the air's off.
I didn't turn the air off. It's just hot. We need a fan.
You're in the basement
Yeah, the basement should be cool.
with no windows.
It should still be cooler than the rest of the house. That's all I'm saying.
I'm not quite sure. I'm fine.
Well, I'm hot. Maybe I'm just getting old. I don't know. All right, come on. Don't strip on me here. Man, if this strips, I'm going to be really butthurt. I don't know why it's on there so tight. I mean, you want your motor screw to be tight, but like not insanely tight. Well, that's a bummer. That's a real bummer. All right. We'll do this first, so I don't mess something up. We're gonna change out the battery. Some of the batteries that I have are used, and they're 4mm. So I'm gonna put these 4 and 5mm stepped plugs on, so that I can use both 4 and 5mm batteries. And with that, we need my pliers and a rubber band. Do you see any of my rubber bands anywhere? Will you,
Maybe the cat takes them.
She does take them, but,
Are they out on the pool table?
Maybe. Will you open up that drawer and see if any of my tire bands are in there? How much boost does Emerson's Truggy run? Let's see. We run a tiny little bit, and to be honest with you, it's been so long since I messed with it that I don't know the exact number, but it's a Hobby Wing. It's a Hobby Wing G2 Pro, and I think I did turn on the boost just a tiny little bit. We're running a 5.5 geared with a 15-tooth pinion gear and a stock spur gear 32 pitch and a tad bit of boost. So we're like 1 tooth under the recommended tooth size for that motor, but I added some boost in order to try to keep it cool. Daniel had a question. He tried to hit me during the day, and I was really busy, so I ignored it. Do you glue the inserts for 1/8 tires? As far as I know, we don't. I think that's a tuning option. I've never personally done it. I think they use it more on more loose outdoor style tracks, not really our indoor tracks. So I don't think you're going to need to do that at all. So,
Dude, what about underwater welding for I saw a video on it, and there's like places for it.
yeah, those guys make buttloads of money
Yeah.
too.
You know how sweet that would be?
That would be pretty sweet. I saw something about a soldering iron up there. I love that. My soldering deal I do. Rubber band around some pliers. You got an instant vise, so you can keep your hands free. Lance, your question about solder. So this solder that we sell at the Plex, this I can't remember the name of it exactly, and it doesn't. We must have put the thing over the thing. Anyways, this tube here with this nice thin solder, it's 60/40 and it's small. Best solder ever. This is all I use for electronics, unless I get stuck without it, and then I have to use somebody else's. But it's not fat, so it doesn't glub up or get in the way. And then for soldering iron, dude, seriously, this is a $20 soldering iron that I bought, because you don't use them that often, right? And but if you get yourself a digital one, like a if you can find them, what are those? The Hakus? Those are really good. Or one of those track power ones that you can adjust the temperature on. Those are really good. I think we have those at the Plex. If you can find a good Weller one that does that, they're okay. So yeah, there's quite a few different ones, but dude, I spent $20 on my soldering iron, and we just don't use them that often, right? So you don't need to go crazy, in my opinion, anymore. Now, back in the day, you know, we all used to have Ungar race stations. They were like $120 for a soldering iron, and that was back in like 1998. So I don't know if any of you guys have seen the soldering video I made. I made like a part 1 and a part 2, where I kind of go over just how I solder stuff, and I still kind of send people to that whenever they ask me about how to solder, because unfortunately at the Plex we're not allowed to solder anymore, which is kind of lame, but somebody sued somebody somewhere, and now all hobby towns are have been encouraged not to do that. We actually had to sign a like an insurance form. I think it all had to do with lipos. I think there was like somebody had a lipo fire, and they basically went down the chain of components and found the one that was like most suable, I guess, if you want to look at it that way.
My DNA is getting processed.
Huh. So my son did a DNA, you know, one of those DNA ancestry things? My sister got me one for my birthday or Christmas or something like that, like 3 years ago. And I just had it sitting down here, and he actually took it and did it and sent it in. So I'm curious to see just how Irish and German my son is. Because that's the combination of what I think is the combination of mine and my wife's DNA. So,
are you sure you're Irish?
I'm fairly positive. My great grandparents were Bowers. That's a Irish surname, if I'm not mistaken. Bowers. So again, pre-tinning our we are pre-tinning our plugs here, just to make it easier to solder them in. Go like this. You know what? I'm actually gonna. So this, I don't know if you guys can see. So I kind of noticed this for the last couple months, but my red wire here, where it was plugged in, was starting to get kind of messed up. So I'm going to take the opportunity, since we're going to be changing batteries so often, to redo it. Dude, speaking of which, I am almost out of this solder. Oh no. Luckily, they're like $3 for a new one. Yeah, John, we thought about that. So John said, what if we sign a waiver? And I don't know. I think there was some talk about that once, and it was almost like there's ways around waivers legally, so you're still kind of...
Oh, you got more solder.
Yeah, but that's not the good solder.
Oh.
So it's almost like there's like you just don't want to take that chance, you know? If we did something for somebody and then they burn their house down or something somehow, and they could still come after us, I guess. The best thing is for you to just learn how to solder. I learned how to solder when I was like 12. Hell, Emerson was soldering helicopters together or drones when he was 7.
Oh, the Proto X's? That's
Yeah.
sweet. Did those just like lose popularity?
Yeah, they did. Which sucks. They were like the best-selling thing ever.
Did you guys just stop ordering them, or did they run out?
They stopped making them.
Huh?
They stopped making them because they kept getting copied. Once they were popular, it's like all the Chinese manufacturers basically copied each other, and the next thing you know, you got 4 different kinds of Proto X's flying around.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Now we can have 4 and 5 millimeter plugs. So that is there. Now let's go back to this motor and hope that we can get it off without stripping this screw, because otherwise I'm going to have to bust out my Dremel, and I really don't want to do that. I cannot believe it's on there that tight. Cody, we're not allowed to solder for customers. You guys can solder all you want yourselves. We're actually not allowed to solder for customers. It's kind of lame. So.
What size is that motor screw? Can't use the rounded one?
No, well, no, you want a square one.
Take a bigger one and pound it into the...
This is the bigger one. This is the 5/64. I know. It's like wiggling inside of there. I mean, if all else fails, we can just turn down the power on the motor. You know? I just don't want to. I wanted to use a 13.5. Yes. No. I thought I got it, but I didn't. It stripped. I heard it. Well, that's a bummer. Once again, a Thursday night plan suddenly has to change course. I mean, at least I know it's not coming off of there. Right? So.
Stick the rubber band in there and do it. Here, let me see.
Oh, there was more than one person of you that thought that I meant, like, nobody could solder at the Plex. I'm sorry. That's not what I meant. I meant us, the employees. We're not supposed to solder for people. That's our rule. I'm going to keep these, because you never know when you need those. Emerson's going to try to get this off, so we'll see what happens here before I move on. Because I got other stuff I'm going to do tonight. I'm going to work on Emerson's crawler a little bit. It's kind of a nice time of year. I got a couple weeks before 8-scale season. I still have to build my carpet car. Carpet starts next week.
This rubber band sucks.
Huh?
This rubber band sucks.
Here, let me try it. I see what you're doing. Let me see that.
We need to get something to like wedge in there. Small rubber bands work a lot better.
I'll give it one try, and then after that...
It was poking through it.
I'll give it one try, and then if it doesn't work, then we'll just change plans. I don't have to change motors. I just wanted to more than anything.
It's poking through. Hang on. Interesting.
It doesn't look like it's poking through.
It was.
No, I don't think it was. I just don't think it was going in at all. Yeah, it wasn't even going in. Now it's poking through.
Yeah, here. Watch this.
Huh?
Make sure.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. No, it's fine. Everything's fine.
13.5.
Nope, we're not going to use 13.5. It'll be fine. Because somebody used all my Dremel cutting bits. Can't believe how muddy my car got just from the track. God, that bums me out. I really wanted to try that. It's too late. I'm soldering it back on.
Well, hey, one more try.
Nope, don't worry about it. We'll just turn it down on the radio. It's just got to be fast enough to clear the triple, and then we'll be good to go.
This could have gotten it out.
It'll be fine.
Alright, I'm gonna pop this.
Will you go around and unplug that? All right, we're back on. It's fine.
Just unplug it.
Yeah. Okay.
Is this screwed in?
Yes. All right, guys. So, task number 1 is done for tonight. I'm just going to use that. I'm just going to use our 6.5, and I'll just turn it down on the radio. In fact, I think that's what. I think that's what the last winner did. They used their mod car, but they turned the speed down on their controller so they had the good run time. So, whatever. We'll make it work. Okay, that's done with that. Where's my body at? There it is. I'm not even going to worry about the tires because it'll just wear off during the 1,000 laps. We'll be fine. Now, comes some fun stuff. Yeah. I got brake discs for the back, and I got weighted brake discs for the front for this element, and I'm gonna put my enduro brass cover back on and the brass C-hubs. I've been waiting to do this for a little while and haven't really had a reason to work on it, so, but tonight is the night. Let's see, we got a gatekeeper about 2 months ago, and it's just the RTR, but it's pretty fun. I like the rear end. I actually, it actually crawls really, really well. Like, other than it being top heavy because of the body. So this is officially my kid's truck, and I am going to take the body off and put on probably a cliffhanger and just paint it up in his stuff. I think that's going to be pretty rad. So, but it is a little top heavy. It doesn't side hill very well with all that weight on top. But when it needs to get up and over stuff, it's pretty freaking good. John Haas, I hope it doesn't go that late. If it does, I mean, honestly, that's gonna suck. So I really hope it does not go that late. I will be I'll be one tired mess if we get enough entries that Techno Series doesn't end until midnight again. That being said, I think one of our rounds, when it had like 200 and something entries for a one-day nitro race, I think it did go to like 11:30 or something like that. Which, I mean, comes with the territory. Cool, Chris. Just make sure it's on pretty much any day but a Monday. Mondays I'm not there. And Tuesdays are usually a half day for me. And then anytime after noon the rest of the week, I'm pretty much always there, so. Yeah, bring your cars and you'll be able to run on the track. Hopefully it's not too snowy. You could do the course, the outdoor course. And I am going to be starting on our 24th scale crawling course here. Hopefully I can start arranging stuff next week. That's kind of what I'm hoping. It's going to be an all-new indoor course with multiple levels, all for our 1/24th scale friends. And that means that I'm going to have to build an SCX-24, so there you go. You can see that brake disc in there. All that really does is get me a point for scale points. So, yeah, looks pretty good. Keep that because I might need that here in a second. There's a crawling event next Saturday and Sunday. There's they're having it in 2 different locations. So they're having the first event is like a nighttime crawl, and because we have really good lighting now at the Plex, thanks to Matt Robinson, everybody's gonna be able to see really well, even with it being super dark out. But that event's Saturday, and then Sunday they're having an event that starts early in the morning in Plattsmouth, Nebraska, which is about 20 miles south of where we're at. And that's going to be a very rough 18 hours or so of rock crawling. It depends on the turnout, but you could have like a fairly long night Saturday, and then you can almost just go and camp out on Sunday in front of the gate, depending on when we get done, you know? So all right, there's those. Let's see. There's a couple questions here. Back to Chris. Any no prep? There is, but I think they're done for the year. In fact, I eBayed my DR10 last week, so I'm going to start over with a new car in the spring. So I'm pretty sure that we're all done down here schedule-wise, and then, but it'll be starting back up in the spring, but definitely nothing in the winter. And then Brant Weimer, do you have the new Veloci V100 Camaro? I don't think we have those things in stock right now. In fact, we had the discussion where we actually kind of felt bad that we didn't order more. We went a little short on them, and they sold really well. And I don't think they're due back in till like November or something like that. We did have them though. But we just didn't order enough of them, and kind of sucks because usually we're really good about that. So that being said, we sold like 12 of them. Like, we thought we were doing okay. Steve RC, who runs the Iowa RC Tracks channel? That is Chili Duncan. Go back and watch the 2014 Hobby Haven race. When was that? Do I still have the... Yeah, watch the 2012, 2013, and 2014 Hobby Haven race. That's back when I was fast. Faster. Watch the Mod Buggy A mains. In 2012, you only have to watch the first two, and then I think 2013 there was a single main because of rain, and I think in 2014 it was a single main because of rain. So those were some good years. Any hotel deals for the Techno Series? Nope. You guys are pretty much on your own. The Holiday Inn across the street kind of ruined it, and the Fairfield doesn't really... They weren't very open to the idea, so... It's either those two or the La Quinta or something down the street. They're a little cheaper. I've told you guys this before, but I love my little crack bags. I like to keep these, for sure. Get to reuse them. It's good to put like screws and stuff in them. Got my drawer over here. All right, so here's these weights. So these are really cool. So this is what's on my wheel. It was those SSD just brass patties, right? And then these are actually steel. I guess you could call them brake weights, right? So they have the brake disc look to them, and then you take your hub. You stick it in there, and then it screws on. So it's pretty awesome. I have these on my enduro in the front. They work really, really, really well. Travis Clancy's here. My air conditioner turned off, so I don't have to yell now. Yeah, there's another good channel. If you guys look up... hold on. Where's my phone at? What did I do with my phone? So if you guys like watching local racing, not just at the Plex, there's also, let's see if I can find it here. I have it. Where's my history at? Library, history. There we go. So I like to go back every once in a while and watch Farmer Phil has video of a whole bunch of races from a long time ago. And it's fun to go back and watch them and see how far we've progressed. So it's Farmer Phil 22. He's got 272 subscribers. So you've got him. He's a really good one. And you can go back through, and so he's got the 2004 Stock Nationals. That's the race that I got second at. The 2010 Hobby Haven Shootout, I don't believe I was there for that one. The Novak race from 2012. That's a fun one just to see how far along we've come. Like, not just track design and dirt even, but just the overall building. You know, he's got 2013, 2014, the Summer Series from 2014. He's got a bunch of good videos. The Indoor National Series Finals from 2014. Peter, that already showed up at your house? That was fast. I don't know why your stickers took so long then if that was that fast. That's crazy. That's awesome. Thanks for the super chat, dude. So yeah, so Farmer Phil 22, that's a good one. Of course, you got Rod Case Racing, RC videos, and then Iowa RC Tracks is another one, and he's got a bunch going back a long ways as well. Let me see if I can find him. Iowa RC Tracks. So he's got, like, one of his videos it just went viral. It's got like 1 million something views, and I think it's from where would have that been? That was it might have been the e-buggy nats maybe. So Iowa RC Track. So he's got 4,600 subscribers. Let's put it that way, and he's a good one. And yeah, here it is. Dude, this is crazy. I would go nuts if I had this many views. 2018 Roar Electric Off-Road Nationals Electric Truggy A1. That's for Bornhorst and Mayfield that came down to the last corner. 3 million views. I'm super jelly. Like, I would go nuts if I had that many views on one of my videos. So, but he's got all sorts of racing videos, and they go back a really long ways. They go back all the way to Fort Dodge Raceway, the old Fort Dodge, 15 years ago. He's been doing this for that long. So, the 2008 Hobby Haven Shootout. Lance, you're funny, dude. That was a funny comment. Let me see if I can find this here. So the 2015 Indoor National Series Finals, the 2016 Summer Series, that was the last year I won. My beautiful first place plaque up there. There should be. There's the 2014 Hobby Haven Shootout. So in this one, you got to watch the mod, two-wheel drive mod buggy A main, and How I won that one, I have no idea. But I did. So, oh, here it is. I think it's that one. $501 views and no thumbs up. Like, what the heck? Oh, you know what? No, 2014, I did not win that one. I'm sorry. That was the year that Dustin Evans came and smoked us all. I forgot about that. I think I finished like fifth or sixth maybe. But that was the year that they put down lime, so we kept getting rained on, and they put down like a ton of lime on the track, and it made it like very slick. Is the best word I can describe. I think I qualified third, and I think I was in third for a while. When was the year? Was it 12 and 13? Oh, well, enough talking. Who cares? Maybe it's 2013. Oh, it is 2013. All right, so... All right, so where's it at? All right, here you go. So you got to watch... yeah, it's the 2013 Hobby Haven Shootout. And go find that one. That's a good race to watch. For some people. That's back in my low-C rear motor days, man. It's a fun one. Anywho, what were we doing? We're talking a lot. Nate Will, you got more HobbyPlex stickers? I do. I have a whole bunch. HobbyPlex show stickers. I don't have any straight HobbyPlex ones yet, though. He actually never got back to me on that. I need to follow up with them on doing that. I'm sorry. Okay, so this is going to be saved for another set of wheels. Let's see. There we go. Peter, so the Talking Fish RC is officially my my LLC for when I get paid for like YouTube and Patreon, and then when I go to like announcing gigs, like in 2 weeks I'm going to the Hutchinson Fall Classic as a race announcer. So that just kind of helps hopefully protect my taxes a little bit, my tax situation, keep it away from my personal stuff. But as far as having a YouTube channel goes, I don't think I'm going to keep that. I don't think I'm going to do that yet. It would basically be an option like if, like heaven forbid, the HobbyPlex show has to end or something. You know, I'll always keep that in mind, but I don't foresee that happening. For, if anything, for a really long time. So it's basically just a way to kind of help I kind of want to like call it like the HobbyPlex Show podcast as a Talking Fish RC production or something, but we'll get there. I'm not really worried about it right now. But my son has taken part of the name and put it into Talking Fish Angling. And we only have one video up. And I've given him footage from last Sunday that we took to put together for another video. And he has not edited it or put it together yet. So that's kind of on him. He needs to hurry up and get that done. But it's Talking Fish Angling. And, you know, I've always been kind of I've always really liked fishing a lot. I mean, who doesn't, you know, other than, I guess, whiny PETA people. But it's like my son just hit some sort of like thing where all of a sudden that's what he wants to do now. And we just got him a fishing pole and reel for his birthday, and he turns 15 in a week, so it's pretty fun having him wanting to do that with me. So okay, so our wheels are together. Now we're going to put this the rest of these brass pieces on. Let's see, what do we got? Steve RC, did you check the date on the ProTech on RC sign up? Yes, I did. I changed it. I actually changed the date on the Google Calendar, and I fixed where it said the mains were on Sunday, because obviously that's wrong. So I like to be the week after Easter, because usually I can go to Mass on Easter and then keep my wife happy, and then go to the track and start building the track on Sunday, instead of worrying about us being open and cutting into our practice time, or like open track. So whenever I can get away with that, I try to get away with it. So it is the 20, what did I say? 22nd, 23rd, 24th? Something like that. Enjoy it while I can. My baby turns 21 tomorrow and he still won't move out. Yeah. I feel that, I don't know how we're going to handle that. Because at some point, I feel like I'd want to downsize a little bit. Although, you know what sucks about that is, so we just refinanced our house, right? So we're locked into another 30-year mortgage. But I started thinking about it, and I'm like, 30 years. I'm like, holy crap. Like, I'm going to be like 70-something years old before this house is paid off. And, I mean, I built this, right? Like, I built that. And I feel like it would suck to, like, within 5 or 6 years, like, move away and give up this whole downstairs man cave I got going down here. So, kind of torn. I don't know if I'd really like that or not. And then hopefully we get some grandbabies so I can smother them with gifts and all the stuff I never got my kid. I can give them my grandkids. God, wouldn't that be brutal? Like, here, grandkid, here's your motorcycle at 7 years old. Be so mean. Lance, when is the off-road carpet track going to be set up? Let's see. So We had the dirt track stuff this week. Next week, on Monday, I'm gonna um, try to do some behind the scenes work. Like I got to build a few smaller jumps and stuff for the 12 or the 18 scale racing we're doing. We can also use them on the carpet, and I'm gonna pull out all the jumps and everything. Kind of go through anything I need to fix or reinforce, and then that Friday. So the track will get set up Friday, and we might have it up to practice on. What I try to do is have the track set up by like 5 or 6 o'clock on Friday. If some guys want to come in and practice or whatnot, they can. And then if I have any last minute stuff, taping it down or whatever, we can do that on that. But it's usually not until the actual Friday before the Saturday, because they race on road on Wednesday, and I have to work all day on Thursday, and you got to do orders and all that stuff. So the only real time I have is Friday. So. And then I need pretty much everybody's help to get it all torn down on that Saturday. So. How hard would it be to convert my DR10 into a dirt track buggy or car running a 13.5 R1 motor? I think all you'd have to do is get the SR10 chassis, right? Because the DR10 uses the short course length chassis, but you should be able to take the entire front end and the entire rear end, get an SR10 chassis, which is the dirt oval car, and slap it all on there. You should be able to have at least a car. Boy, without having it in front of me, I can't remember if it runs short course arms or not. You might have to change the arms out too to buggy, because the R10, which isn't out yet. I'll have to look at when they come out. I'll have to look at the R10 and see if the front or rear arms are different. So. Steve RC, I think we're going to try to sell our mini bees. And your kid wants a TTO2. Dude, that's a fun... TTO2s are fun, and they're easy to build. It's a really good learning experience. And then because everybody's kind of the same, that's a good car to get into for on-road. It's a very good car. So no practice on Friday for carpet. That's pretty much the opposite of what I just said. I said I try to get the track built by 4 or 5 o'clock, and then 6, sometimes 8. It kind of depends on how busy we are upstairs, and then you guys can have at it once I'm done. But a lot of it depends on the overall time, on how long it takes to get it done. So 149 days till the return of dirt. I'm sorry. I like carpet racing for a short period of time. So I'm a dirt person, but I do like carpet racing. But again, I only like it for a short period of time. I think that we kind of have a nice thing about, first off, we're able to do it all, right? So some places only have carpet or off-road or dirt. They don't really have a choice of both. And I feel like, this is our 5th year of doing it. And, last year, the way the syndicate ended in early December, I kind of liked that, right? What I didn't like was having that J Concepts race right in the middle of our 8 skill season, and it really hindered my ability to make a good track for everybody, right? And so I really liked having the short syndicate series, which is why it ends in early January. But since we're not having the J Concepts race in the winter this year, or at least I don't think we are, it allows us to squeeze in a few more carpet dates before we go back to dirt in March. But we are starting the dirt racing a little bit earlier than we did before the previous year. So we kind of take little bits and pieces from all the different times that we've raced this stuff and are trying to like massage a calendar that kind of works all the way around. So we got because it's kind of easy to get burnt out. I mean, sometimes if you don't like racing carpet and you just don't race for a little bit, sometimes that's a good thing. You know, you kind of get to take a break, or maybe you just come on Friday nights where it's a lot more laid back, you know. I don't necessarily think that that's a bad thing at all. So, see you, Chris. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry I was late today. Bender, we are definitely having the carpet crash in, and as a matter of fact, it's already up on RC sign up. So if you want to sign up for it, you can. It is the end of February. All right, let's get this guy back in here. And get these back in here. I hope this isn't too much weight for this thing. That's the only... Oh, shoot. That's the only kind of thing you can run into is putting too much weight on. And then it does the opposite of what you want it to do. It doesn't crawl good. There's kind of a fine balance. There's definitely a balance, so... I guess we'll find out. I'm gonna take it to work tomorrow and try it out in the crawling park. There we go. But I didn't want to let all these enduro parts that I have go to waste, so because my other truck I'm using SCX-10-2 axles, and I had all these extra brass pieces lying around. I'm like, man, gotta use them. I've actually been wanting to do this for a couple weeks now, but we've just had so much stuff going on that it was making it difficult to get everything that I wanted done, you know? Let's see. Probably should be using thread lock on this stuff. I guess we'll find out. It's my kid's car. Who cares? He can come down and thread lock his own damn stuff on here. Okay. She's heavy. She's going to be heavy in the front for sure. Gonna get that that new body done for this thing, and it's going to look really good. Should crawl really well. Change this out. I'm going to get my 8 scale down, look at it. Not going to do any setup changes or anything for this first week. Just need to get, actually I need to find my clay tires. I might have to glue up some tires tomorrow, because I don't even honestly know where my dirt webs are. Oh, let's see. All right, this and this. There we go. What is my most valuable RC? That's a good question. I mean, as far as dollar value goes, I think it's probably my e-buggy. Honestly, like if you just had to go by a straight value, that's a $1,600 car sitting there. But if you were to look at, say, I don't know, it's probably still my e-buggy, but I would say there's probably a lot of money in my crawler, to be honest with you. A lot more than I'd want to admit to, just because of all the dumb stuff that we buy for it, you know, when it comes to wheels and tires and chassis, and then of course your electronics, but also, you know, we put different shocks on. But I still don't think monetarily it's more than my e-buggy is. I think my e-buggy would still... Oh, it doesn't feel that bad. I thought it'd be heavier than that. That actually feels really good. But yeah, Lance is right. They're kind of priceless. Rarest RC. Let's see. This is pretty... Honestly, this is pretty rare. This is a Traxxas TRX-3. This was their third version of their 90s race cars. My buddy Chris Catlett actually got a hold of this and gave it to me when he was cleaning out he was kind of getting out of RC altogether, and he knew that I collected cars. So this one's pretty rare. I've honestly, if my friend Chris hadn't given me this, because I don't have any sentimentality when it comes to old Traxxas cars, knowing how much I could probably get for this on eBay, I would have been tempted to just get rid of it. But because my buddy gave it to me, there's no way I can do that. So what's interesting about this car is that if you look at the rear hubs and the front spindles and carriers on this car, oh, even the front arms, if you look at the front arms, right, those are familiar, right? So these are basically Bandit front arms and Nitro Rustler carriers and spindles, and Rustler, two-wheel drive Rustler rear hubs. And I even think the rear arms are actually Bandit too. If you look at them, I'm pretty sure that those are Bandit. So there's a lot of the current Traxxas just in this car alone. But Traxxas made race cars for a while. It's pretty interesting. I know I've showed it on here before, but I gotta. So I have a mint. I've got a mint RC10T. This is never, ever, ever gonna be driven. This is just purely collectible for me. This I actually do have some sentimentality to, just because I wanted one of these when I was a kid, really bad, and I never did get one. So this one is, show you the chassis. See how clean that chassis is. I mean, this is a pristine car, and apparently the person that I got it from found this in a dumpster. They dumpster dove and found this truck. That's what he told me. And I was able to talk him into selling it to me cheap. So who knows what the story was, but this thing is minty. There's just a tiny little scratch on the front. But I've had a couple RC10Ts over the course of the last maybe 15 years or so. And for a little while there I had two. And then I kept this one, but I traded my other one off for another car that's pretty rare. I don't know if it's rare, but it's hard to find them in good shape. I'll show you guys. This one. And I actually have an RC10T body, and I totally intend to get a body painted for it. Same thing with my T2 that I have. I have a J Concepts T2 body. Here we go. That is a Graphite Edition Triple XS Team Losi. And this was back when touring car was fun. And it is a full all-out graphite car. So it's got the Losi threaded shocks and all the graphite. It's the entire graphite package. This car is very lightweight. And Triple XS is handled amazing. I would actually try to revive this and get it running if it wasn't for the fact that I can't find any belts anywhere. The belt in this car is shredded, and the parts package that I have, there was a belt in there and it was also too old. It just kind of crumbled in your hand. So it's kind of out of commission without the belt. You know, when I've felt like it, I've kind of looked on eBay, kind of trying to see if there is a Triple XS belt I can find. And actually, I need a Triple X. Any Triple X belt will work. But that's this car is pretty badass. And I wish I still had one of my original bodies for it. I thought I did, but it turns out that these are all I thought for sure that this one was a Triple XS body. God, I hate this chair. But it turns out that all these different holes are for something else. So I don't know what cars I've used this thing on, but it wasn't for a Triple XS. So that's a Parma Alfa Romeo. Same thing with that one. Yeah, I'm kind of bummed out I don't have my original Triple XS bodies anywhere. And then I know I've showed you guys Oh, get up there. Oh, I'm so fat. Oh my God. Come on. There we go. I don't know if I showed you guys my latest pickup, but this thing's a mess, but I plan on cleaning it up. This is an RC10 GT without an engine, and it's filthy. But I believe that this is a OG, like original RC10 GT. And the reason I think that is because the chassis is black, and it's the old cutout one. So the factory team version of the USGT or the RC10 GT had that blue tub chassis, and it got rid of these side rail pieces. But also this spur gear is white, and I know that they went to black Kimbrough gears pretty early on there. So that is a legit RC10 GT, and I'm probably going to get the J Concepts repop of the body for this again too. But I'm just going to take out all the electronics here because they're worthless, and scrub it down really good and just try to get the shine back into it. But and then I'm going to try to figure out what these wheels, I don't know, it's like there's air in there, and so I'm probably going to disassemble these and see if I can get these wheels to not be flat spotted as they are. But either way, this was a cool find. My friend Chad Brockman of Mile High Off-Road Raceway in Denver, he bought a lot of cars, and this was the first thing he posted, and I picked it up right away. And big dude, you were asking about my my T2. It's not necessarily mint. As you can see, it's got some scratches on it, and I need to locate the wheels. I actually think Jason has repopped the wheels for these too. So, but this is a pretty good specimen of a truck. And again, when you're working at a hobby store like I do, you kind of come across these guys that bring these things in, and they want to get them running again. And I told this guy, I'm like, dude, you're not going to be able to get this thing running again because, well, you could, but then if you broke it, you'd be SOL. So, I bought it from him, and then he used that money to buy a Slash because he just wanted to get his kid into it. So, so I ended up picking up this, and I already have the body for this too. This isn't it, but this one is. Yeah, I thought so I'm missing. What am I missing? I'm missing a Team Associated T3 and a Team Associated B4, and then if I ever get my hands on any of the low-C, the junior cars, like the Junior T and the Junior 2, I'd like to get those, because I already have a Double X, a Jerix Pro, and I picked up another 22, and I got a triple X CR, I got a triple X TCR, I got a double X, I got an LXT. I'm keeping my eye open for somebody who's selling a triple X NT, but not for an astronomically large amount of money, as some of these guys are trying to do right now. Because I'll never run it. I just want it to be here in my museum, The one that I saw the other day was in really good shape and had so many parts that you probably could race it in gas truck if you wanted to. But that's not what I'm looking for, right? And I don't want a ready to run. I keep finding a bunch of ready to run triple XNTs like on Facebook Marketplace and stuff. And again, they want astronomical amounts of money for the ready to run triple XNTs, which is not even close to being worth it. I want like the original or an Adam Drake edition, something like that. I don't know why. Every race I ever went to with that truck, it would fucking break. Like, just piss me off. And then I got an RC10 GT in 2003, the Christmas before Gretchen and I got married. She bought me for Christmas an RC10 GT factory team, and I actually started finishing races. And then, funny story about that is she got me an RC10 GT factory team, like $400 RC car, and I got her a vacuum cleaner. So it's what she asked for, but when you're in front of your new family at Christmas time, and you open up yours, and it's like a super amazing, awesome gift, and you know it costs a lot of money, and then the other person opens up a vacuum cleaner. I don't know. Vacuum cleaners are also very expensive, but it's just it wasn't good. It wasn't a good look. You know, it wasn't a good look. I know what you can do. Is LIHV hard on batteries? Shouldn't be. Not at all. Not at all. I think that's it for tonight, guys. I got everything I wanted to get done. I put all that fancy brass on my element, and we changed out the plugs and got the battery strap ready for the enduro on Saturday. We're gonna be doing some live streaming, I think, on Saturday. I think the last time we did the enduro, I did all the live streams on Facebook, and I think since we got a YouTube channel that's pretty popular now, I think we'll just do it on there. So expect Saturday to see some little 5 to 10 minute live streams from our 1,000 lap enduro. So we'll see what the turnout is, and we'll see who can win first in that one. And then Sunday's Dirt Oval. I'll probably get a video of the Dirt Oval racers just to kind of get it started for the year. And other than that, I'm really behind on getting a bunch of stuff edited. But it's been a busy month, so kind of is what it is. Yeah. Thanks, guys. I really appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry I started late, but kind of got no choice now that I close the store on Thursdays. Just kind of is what it is. So we'll get to it. Get to it. So thanks for tuning in. We'll make another video for you soon.